everyone, happy Thursday. Today I'm so excited to share two beautiful cards with you featuring the In Bloom bundle. One is going to be just with the stamp set to show you all the amazing things that it can do, and the second card is going to show off the dies, which are awesome. And these cards are going to be perfect for any occasion that you have coming up. Now, my name is Lori DeGroot from Lorita Marie Crafts, and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Calgary, Alberta, where spring is testing my patience and my perseverance. I don't know how you feel about that, but I'm just like desperate for it to come. So I am excited that these next couple of days are going to be warm and beautiful. So I better get myself outside to enjoy it. Like I said, today we're going to be playing around with the In Bloom bundle. Now, I don't know if you've seen that one yet, but it is in the January to June mini catalog. Here we go, which is good until the end of June. So you've been hearing maybe in the Stampin' Up! World a little bit about last chance products and things retiring. Well, that's just the current annual catalog. And so it is expiring, that's the word I'm looking for, ending on May the 3rd. But this January to June one is good all the way through to the end of June. So you got lots of chance to use these amazing products. Now, in talking about the annual catalog retiring, of course, that means that a new one is coming out, which is so exciting, right? And so here is your peek at the cover if you have not seen it yet. So I'm curious if anybody has their catalog yet. So either you have it in person or got sent to you in the mail. Has anyone got their catalog yet? Yay! I'm curious what your first thoughts are. We can't show the inside of the catalog until it's live, but maybe there's some first thoughts of your favorite thing out there, what you're really excited to get into. Maybe it's the new colors. Maybe it's a certain suite of products. I am going to start next week showing off some of the new stuff. So you get a bunch of new sneak peeks next week, starting next week. So I'm pretty excited about that. If you do not have a catalog and you would love one of these beautiful things in the mail or in your hands, oh, yours just arrived. Good, Lynn and Cheryl and Julie, you guys have yours. That's awesome. The mail is better this year. You know, this time last year was the beginning of all this COVID crazy time, and it took forever for the catalogs to arrive. They got stuck in the mail. So at least this year, the mail is working a lot faster, which is good. There's other issues in shipping, but mail is working out, I think. Anyway, so if you want a catalog, request one for me, and I would love to get one in your hands. They are not just about products. They are fantastic for ideas. I use my catalogs all the time to come up with like layout ideas for my cards or how to put products together or whatever. So you're gonna want one. So you can just put it in the comments that you want one, or send me a message if you like, and I will definitely make sure that you get one. It's no charge to you. It's my gift to you, and so I would love to send you one. All right, so that's all about that. Yeah, so thank you for coming out today. There's a few of you here already. Thanks for watching, and if you're tuning into the replay, I really appreciate you taking the time to come out and watch the replay later. If you love this and want to share it with your friends, I'd really appreciate it if you share the video and give some fun crafting techniques to other people. I'm here every Thursday live at 12 Mountain Time so that I can share fun tips and techniques with you guys to get you crafting and get you using your craft supplies and maybe trying some new things. So that's always my goal. So I'm going to switch my camera down, and then we are going to start making our cards for today. So here we go. 1 sec. All right. So I think we're good there. Okay. So I'm just gonna quickly show you, this is the mini, and this is the bundle that I'm going to be using today. So it is called the In Bloom bundle, and it's on page 45. And it doesn't have a suite to go with it. So sometimes those stamp sets kind of get lost in the shuffle if they don't have a big suite attached to it. But I just got mine, And I'm super excited to show you my first kind of projects with it. And I know I'm going to be creating a lot more things with it in the future. So the stamp set is photopolymer because it's two-step stamping. So you want to be able to see through so that you can stamp layers on it. But the images are very simple and easy to use. And you actually get 21 stamps here together. And then the dies here, you might not be able to see kind of the full effect of them. So I'm going to show you here in a minute them all cut out. But it comes with the pierced bloom dies. And so they all have this stitching detail on them. So let me just go ahead and show you what we're working with here. So there's the stamp set. And this is good bang for your buck, this set. Look how huge this set is. So there are 25 images here to cut out. 25 dies? That's what I want. 25 dies here. Hey, Lynn says she likes my tablecloth. I have an obsession with Superstore tablecloths. So I can't, every season they bring out new ones and I always have to pick up a new one. So I just picked up this one. They're only like $6 and I love them. I use them for crafting or I use them outside in the summertime. They're my favorite. Anyway, thanks. Okay, back to the dies. Okay, so 25 of them and they've all got this stitched detail. So here they are. I thought I better cut these all out so you see what they do. So here they all are, all cut out. So I don't know, I'm gonna bring this up to my camera. Can you see all the stitch detail on there? I mean, it's just incredible, right? So you get this fun label that will be perfect for the sentiment, but then you get all these flowers that layer up together, plus all the leaves and this nice bow. And some things I wanna show you here. Let's see. So do you see these two together and these two together make the center of your flower, in case you're wondering, but it's like you cut two out at once. So here we go. Here they are. So one die, but you get two pieces that cut out at the same time. So that's the same thing with this one here. You get two little flowers. So one cut, but you get two flowers. And this cute little one too here with 3 little flowers. So one cut, but it cuts them out as 3 individual flowers. Yeah, I know these dies, you know, some things they just sneak past you in the catalog and you have to see how they work together in person or, you know, on video these days. So I just wanted to show you all that we're working with so that you could see. Okay, now my first card is going to be just with the stamp set. So maybe you don't have a die cutting machine or you're working up to getting one. I want to show you how you can still create a beautiful, beautiful card with just the stamp set. And last week I talked a little bit about colors and about putting colors together. So today I'm also going to do the same thing. So it's a similar color scheme to last week, but a bit brighter. So I'm actually going to use garden green, oh, you can't see that. I'm going to use garden green like I did last week, but now I'm going to kind of use the brighter tones. So I've got Flirty Flamingo with that and Mango Melody. So these are both brights and super fun. Flirty Flamingo is actually one of my favorite colors. I love it. So these are the 3 colors that I'm going to be using today. So I'm going to actually go ahead and open them up. So sometimes when you've got lots of stamping to do, just go ahead and open them up and lay them out. The new ones, of course, you can see what color you have from those. You put those little stickers on the inside. Okay, so I just got a basic card base here. So this is thick, basic white, and it is cut the long ways. So 4 1/4 by 11, and then folded in half at 5 1/2. Then for my background for my paper today, I'm using, for both cards, actually the True Love DSP, which is all black and white. And so, I mean, it can really go with anything. So the paper has all like florals on one side and then all graphics on another side. So I'm using this here and it's just cut to fit the whole front of the card. So 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then I've got a piece of basic white and this is what we're gonna stamp on. And, oh, I think I just gave you a sneak peek. I need my dimensions. This is cut at 3 1/2 by 5. So it's just gonna mat onto there like that. So pretty simple layout to start with. And now we're gonna get stamping. So this is the kind of stamp set that you definitely want to just get right in there and start playing around with it and figuring out how you like everything to layer together. So I'm gonna start with the Mango Melody, okay? So I'm gonna start with this big kind of daisy-like flower. And then I'm going to choose a similar looking flower shape. I don't know if you can see that, but that's gonna be the middle of my flower. So we're just gonna create a pattern onto our paper here. And so there's no like right or wrong to this, of course, right? Like anything you do is gonna look awesome. We're just trying to create a fun background for our card. So we're going to just ink that up in the Mango Melody. And I'm actually gonna stamp off so I get a lighter stamp. And I'm gonna start in the middle. It looks like I've got something on my, I'm just gonna clean off my stamp a little bit there. Okay. The good thing about photopolymer is, let's say it didn't stamp perfectly the first time, you can actually see through to stamp it again. I've done that lots of times and that works out good too. Okay, and then I'm gonna put this one kind of up here. And so I'm just kind of spreading them out. And this one's gonna go, I don't know, kind of down there. Yeah, I got something on my stamp, like a little piece of fluff or something. let me just clean that off. Okay. I'm gonna test what I said and see if I can stamp over top. Yeah, not too bad. Okay. Yeah, so that's good. So now I'm going to take that little flower center and I'm gonna just put in the middle. And so just Mango Melody on Mango Melody. Okay, so that's that one. And now I'm going to grab a different flower. So I'm gonna use this one here. And we're going to change out the little center to, let's see, I think I want to use this one here. Okay, so this time I'm going to use my Flirty Flamingo. And again, I'm going to stamp off so that those two, I can get those two tones of colors. What is my deal with my, I think it's my tablecloth. I'm not getting it clear. You know what also works good is those, the piercing mat, the foamy mat. I think I should have brought mine upstairs. All right, and then I put this there. That's better. And this one down here. Sometimes too, when your photopolymer stamps, like this is a solid image, doesn't have any detail on it, you've really got to make sure that you're pushing down nice and firm to get a nice, even stamp there. So, and then I'm gonna stamp the middle here. And we're just going to layer this on top. I mean, you can see these flowers are already so cute, and I feel like no matter what you did with them, it would look so awesome. Okay, so now I'm going to add in a little flower. So this one here, I think it's basically the same shape as this last one here. And then there's this little cluster of dots that I'm gonna use for the center of that one. So lots of different combinations that you can put together. And I'm gonna use Flirty Flamingo again. I just wanna stick to my 3 colors. So just wherever you wanna put them. Maybe one. I'm also gonna do a leaf, so let's see. Pick up my little guy. It's cute, bright spring colors, right? This is gonna be a birthday card, but I think that it would also be Good for Mother's Day. Mother's Day is coming up. Maybe for your mom, for your daughter who's a mom, for your friends who are moms. It's all good. Okay, so now I'm gonna choose this leaf. There's 2 different leaf patterns. And then there is, okay, so there's 2 different shapes, plus there's these little lines, and these lines are like the vein of the leaf. Oops, I just put it on the wrong way. Flat side block, there we go. Okay, and so now I'm gonna use garden green for that. And again, we're just gonna, just to spread out the color over the background. Just kind of tuck it in amongst the flowers. It's a little different than my sample, so let's see. Maybe there. All right. And then this is the little vein. And it's just gonna go on top there. So, oh, and I just got a smudge. Uh-oh. Okay. There, and then we've got a fun background, minus my finger smudge there. Oh, that's okay. I think I stuck it in my stamped images there. Okay, so now let's layer this up a little bit, and then we'll get our sentiment. So I'm just gonna use my seal on the back. Okay, so like I said, this is gonna make the whole front of the card. This black and white pattern from the True Love DSP. And that's in the January to June mini catalog too. And then we're going to layer up. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep it that way. All right, and that's gonna go there. That's crooked. Oh goodness, that was really crooked. I'm not sure I can get it off. And sometimes you can smush it over. Okay, now I've got a piece of Mango Melody that I've just cut at 2.5 inches by 1 inch. And then I've cut a strip of basic white here that's just a little bit longer and a little bit skinnier. So it's like 2 3/4 inches long and like 3/4 inch high. And then we're just gonna choose the happy birthday sentiment there. And I'm going to stamp that in Flirty Flamingo. All right. Yeah, Mango Melody is like a sleeper hit, I think, hey? Like it depends how you use it. Sometimes bright colors can be intimidating at first. So you just gotta find the right color combination to use it in to tone down the brightness of it, I think. And I love it with pink and orange has always been a favorite for me. Actually, I'm gonna say it. So I love pink and orange together. Maybe there's some colors that you want me to use that you haven't seen me use much, but they're your favorite colors. You could always tell me what your favorite colors are, and then I will try to make a project with them. You know, like most people, we gravitate towards our favorites. Mine are like pink, oranges, yellows, that kind of thing. But maybe you're a more blue, purple kind of person and you'd like to see cards with that. Okay, so all I'm gonna do is keep this flat. This is a nice, simple card where you can just kind of have fun playing around with the stamping. And then I'm just going to offset that like that. And that is our first card. That's fun. Perfect springy card. All right, for the second one, we're going to layer in some dies. So we'll get some of this away. Okay, so I'm going with the same color scheme here. So I've got another basic white card base. This time I've cut it the other way. So 5.5 by 8.5, and then folded in half at 4 1/4. Okay, and so then I'm gonna use Flirty Flamingo as like the background here. And so this is cut at a mat size of 4, so 5 1/4 by 4. And then I've chosen another pattern of the True Love DSP, which is one of my faves, and this is the polka dot one, so slightly smaller. So it'll be 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. So let's go ahead and put these on the card. So that is just mat together. All right. And then we'll put this on the card base. Okay. There we go. I love the polka dots. Polka dots are my favorite. Okay. And then just to create something to put the flowers on, I just have a piece of gray granite here. So it's the length of the card, so 5.5 inches and 1.5 inches wide. And so we're just gonna go ahead and put that on. Sometimes if I'm using dies, which take more time, then I wanna keep the rest of the card more simple so that it's not taking me like hours to make a card. So I think that's straight. Polka dots are playing tricks on my eyes, but so that's the base, and then we're gonna put all our layers on top. So I've already gone ahead and cut out the pieces just to save us a bit of time here today. But of course I'm using my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, which runs these through perfectly and smoothly on the first try every time. And I can't say enough good things about the Stampin' Cut and Emboss. And if you don't have one, the mini is a great place to start. And this die set will fit in the mini machine. So the catalog, they'll all say, all the dies will say if they can fit in the mini machine. So that you know, so that you're getting the right stuff. Okay, so this time I'm gonna use Congrats. And so this is that fun label shape that comes with the dies. And I'm going to stamp this in Flirty Flamingo. And this says, congrats, you're so fancy now. I love that saying. What else is on here? You mean so much to me, you are amazing, and the happy birthday was, happy birthday, you really are the best. So these are really great sentiments. I love all the ones that pair like the scripty font with the regular font, it looks good. Okay, so actually I'm gonna go ahead and stick this on the card too. So we're just gonna put this off to one side because I want my flowers to go over here. So let me show you again here so you know what pieces that I chose. Okay. So here was the die piece, or the label piece. I use my right words here. And then I just chose to layer up 2 different flower types. So I chose this daisy one. Okay, and it actually, here's something I didn't know until I cut it out. It doesn't actually cut out the hole in the middle. So here's the first one. So I cut these out in Flirty Flamingo. I guess you're seeing it here, right? And then I just chose the same shape and I'm just gonna kind of layer it on top. So the leaves and the circle are in the middle are all stitched. So that's the first one. So then my second flower, I wanted it to be in Mango Melody, of course. And so I chose this flower here with this one here. Okay, and so that's the big one. And there's the little one. And I'm gonna layer those on together. And then I wanted circles for the middle, of course, centers. So these ones were quite large. They're better for the bigger flower. And so I actually used, oh, you can't see what I'm pointing at. So here's this one here. So these are the 2 little ones. And so like I said, it cuts out, it's 1 cut through your machine, but you get 2 circles, 2 for the price of 1. So that's pretty good. And then in Garden Green, to bring in that color, I cut out the leaves. So there are 2, there's individual leaves, which are fun. And then there's these 2 together, and then there's like this little sprig of leaves. And they each kind of curve a different direction. So I cut out 1 of each of those in the Garden Green. And now again, you can see these colors in the cardstock and how well they play together in the cardstock too. I just think, yeah, aren't they so much fun? And then I'm just gonna use glue dots to put them together because I just love the ease of glue dots. It just makes it so much easier. If you're a glue person, by all means, you can also use glue. So I'm just gonna put the center and then layer that up like that. So I don't know, do any of you have these dies yet and have you played around with them? I'm not sure. Love to see your projects. If you do, I always love to see other people's projects too, because we all make cards differently, but they're all fantastic, right? It would be boring if we were all the same. Okay, so there we go. So I'm gonna just put a little seal on the back of my flowers. I just see a question here, one sec. Is this the set that matches the DSP in Celebration? Yes. So if you got the Paper Blooms DSP in Celebration, which was that pretty like blue and pink kind of combo with flowers, this is the stamp set and dies that will match the flowers in that paper. Yes. Okay, so then I'm gonna put, I don't know, just kind of, there's no right or wrong way to kind of line those up. And then we'll just tuck the leaves in behind here. So again, if you want to use glue, if you're a glue person, I'm going to use my glue dots. Just kind of one on the bottom and one on the top. And then just kind of, once I have my leaves, I'll stick my flowers on a bit more firm here. Okay, there. Let's see. You always want to make sure it's not sticking off the end of your card. That's a pet peeve I have. Sometimes when you see cards, if it's sticking off, you can't put it in an envelope. Okay, now I'm getting too fussy. Just stick it down. All right, you just gotta put it down. And there we go. If you wanted to create some dimension before you lay down the petals, you could always use your bone folder to kind of like lift up the petals a little bit. Here, let me show you my sample. I kind of did that. So it's subtle, but it just creates a little like curve to the petals. So you could do that as well. These ones are just totally flat. Yeah, so you just use your bone folder and your finger to kind of curl it up like that. All right, so there are our two cards with the In Bloom bundle. One just stamping and one featuring the dies. So I hope that gave you some fun ideas. Maybe you'll take away a layout idea from my cards. Maybe you'll take away the color scheme. Or maybe you love this bundle itself, but I hope it inspired you in some way to use your craft stuff. And I'm just gonna switch you guys back up to me, like you. 1 second. All right. Hello, okay. Yeah, so springy, right? I love the spring colors. Yeah, so thank you. Those are my cards for today. I hope that you enjoyed watching. Remember, the new catalog is like on its way and I can't believe it. If you would like one of this beautiful, beautiful, shiny new catalog, I mean, this sweet on the front, I'm super excited about. If you would like one, you don't have one yet, please let me know. I would love to send you one. So just let me know in a message or in the comments below. If you love this video, you could share it with your friends. I would really appreciate that as well. And that is all for today. Thank you so much for hanging out. It is always more fun to craft together, and we'll see you again next week. Bye-bye for now.